which is some of the employees show up during the snowstorm. First of all, the definition about the expectation theory is the purpose of employee to decide to choose their behavior in a certain way. As we know, there has two kind of behavior, which is the first one is good behavior, and second one the bad behavior. For the good behavior, it will give a good performance towards the organization performance. For the bad behavior, it will affect some of the performance of the organization, such as change the perception of the customer towards the organization. Okay, the first component of the expectation theory is effort to performance or expectation, which means the employee believes that they can successfully perform the task as given to them. To relate with the component with the question, I believe that snowstorm is not one of the big things to deal with the employee. So I think that the employee can go to work rather than take any leave. Okay, the third component is outcome balance, which means that the individual believe that the organization will give some rewards towards the employee for the contribution have been given by the employee towards the organization. For example, the organization give reward like 1 week caravans, which the employee can have a dinner with the executive management. Component is performance outcome expectancy, which means in this component is measure employee performance accurately and distribute more value reward those with higher job performance, which means that the organization should give some reward to the employee because of their contribution for the organization. For example, the organization can give some reward for like promotion, benefits, and whatnot.
To discuss about the effect of the motivation levels. So before we move on to the answer of the questions, we must first understand the problem. Sarah, an assistant accountant in ABS Corporation, is a very hardworking, diligent worker and also has contributed so much in the organization. However, she expected to get the promotion, but she didn't get it. But instead, her colleague, which is Ahmad, which is a person and a worker who is less efficient than her, get a chance to be promoted because he is close with the boss. So this leads to a sexism because Sarah has observed that the top management in the organization is most of them are men. So before we move on to the answer, we must first understand the concept and the concept based on the equity theory, which is made on 3 principles. The first one is everyone in group should receive same outcomes. The second one is those with greatest needs should receive more outcome than those with less needs. And the third one is people should be paid in proportion to their contribution. It is emphasized based on the third principles of equity theory, which is people should be paid in proportions to their contributions. As I mentioned earlier, Sarah didn't get paid or even get a promotion, but instead Ahmad get the promotion and she has contributed so much, but it is not in proportional to the salary that she did. And next, it will lead to the rewards in equity based on the elements of equity theory. Elements of equity theory consist of 3 main elements. The first one is outcome and input ratio, which is what employee can contribute must be equivalent to the what employee receive. The second one is the comparison with other employee, and the third one is the equity evaluation. The situation must ensure that the outcomes is equivalent to the input given. However, in this case, an input has been given so much by Sarah, but the outcome is very little and not equivalent to the input that has been given. But instead, Ahmad get a chance to have more outcomes rather than giving a little input in the organization. Sensitive workers, will it affect Sarah's motivation level? Of course it is. It is because Sarah will feel demotivated due to the personal bias and unfair decision which has been made by her boss. For Sarah, it is very important for the boss to recognize what she has contributed in the organization in order for she to get the promotion and to be paid in accordance to the contributions that has been made in the organization. And this will lead to the poor performance, dissatisfaction and poor customer service. So what will happen next? What will happen next is this customer will feel dissatisfied because Sarah is demotivated to work as hard as she did before due to the lack of acknowledgement from the boss. And this will bring the bad image for the organization and also will affect the personal emotion of Sarah towards the working environment in the organization.
First explanation why the Alaskan Tire Corporation must take the team-based system is first is organizational and team environment. So when we talk about the environment in teamwork, so we talk about the decision making that happen in the organization. So when we have the when we want to make a decision, so they will brainstorming. So they will make a meeting to choose to vote the best method to approach the goal, to approach their project. So when this happen, it will the people tend to work more effectively, efficiency, and also they can improve their communication between the employees in the team. For example, communication system. When we talk about communication, it will increase the interaction among the employees and increase their interdependence in the group. Next explanation is gain sharing. Gain sharing can be defined as a percentage of the value of increased productivity is given to workers. In order to gain sharing to apply in the team-based system, it must be based on the production-oriented worker. In production-oriented worker, each member of team will help each other by sharing a big idea, by choose the best idea to do the task, and it's not the self-based. For example, if A is a productive worker while B is not a productive worker, by put them into a team, they will mix, they will work together, so they will get a new big idea. So furthermore, they will know the flaws each member, so they will help to improve each other. By again sharing also, it will gain a productivity, because the productivity will be a good one, and also the output will be effective and efficient. Last point why Alaskan Tire Corporation must choose team-based system rather than individual-based system is because recognition. Recognition can be defined as a one-time award for people who perform well beyond expectation. Why is recognition much easier? Is because it is easy to implement, because since they have a large group, large teammate, and it will become a less work to recognize every person in the organization. And also it will distribute at the team level, because for example, if the one team is perform well in a specific project, the possibility for them to be chosen in the next project is high. So by having a recognition in team-based system also, it will avoid the unsatisfaction, because if only one people has been recognized, it will create a unsatisfaction among the other employees.